Let's solve part B now. So suppose that the cost of measuring the output is 50 euros. Who will work for the piece rate and who will go for the straight salary? Well, let's see how that works out graphically on this distribution. So our distribution of productivity is between 0 and 150. So we have distribution between 0 and 150. What do we know about the straight salary? We know that that's going to be paid based on the average, based on the middle value. So there's gonna be a quality level, a production level of a worker that makes him indifferent between straight salary and piece rate. Now, by the way, the cost of measuring the output is 50. So there's gonna be a certain quantity, a certain production value that makes him indifferent. Now, if it makes him indifferent, what does that mean? It means that the salary that he would get, which would be the middle value, meaning that would be the Q divided by 2, must be equal to the money that he would make if he proves himself, if he proves what he produces. So that would be his production value minus the cost of proving it, minus 50. Now, with that said, let's see what the math gives us. So we would have Q equals to 2 times quantity minus 50. So quantity minus 50. Let's open the brackets here. Let's open the brackets here to see what the numbers work out to. We would have the quantity equals to 2 times the quantity, so we multiply with the first term, minus 2 times 50, which is minus 100. Now, if we take the quantities on one side, we would have 2Q minus Q, which is just the quantity, is equal to 100 because we move this one to the left. So that would be equal to 100. In other words, if that quantity, if that production level is equal to 100 euros, I think it's measured per hour, then the worker is indifferent. Now, who is not indifferent? Who would like a piece rate? Well, the guy who can produce more than that is better off going for the piece rate. And let's just prove with an example to understand why this is the case. So this one goes for the piece rate. Let's call it PR. Now, let's suppose that his production level is equal to 101. 101 euros, and he pays 50 euro to measure it. Well, he gets an earnings of 61 euros. Now 61 euros is it, oh no, not 61, sorry, 51 euros. 51 euros. 51 euros is better than the salary that he would get under the fixed payment, because under the fixed payment he would get 101 divided by 2. Well, that's equal to 50.5 euros. So 51 is better than 50.5, meaning that he is better off going for the piece rate. With the same logic, if we compare a guy who produces less than 100 euros per hour, let's call that 99 euros per hour. Well, if he would measure his production level by paying 50 euros, what would we get? Well, 99, let's go over here, 99 minus 50 euros of measuring the output would be 49 euros in earnings, or he would get the average salary, and that average salary over here is equal to 100 euros, because the salary is paid on this distribution level between 0 and 100. So 49 would be less than 50 euros. 49 would be less than 50 euros, meaning that this straight salary makes him better off. Hope this all makes sense. In the next video, we'll go to part C.